Hello and welcome to Corner Office. I'm Dan Ginden alongside Mayor Arthur Vigeant. Mayor, how are you?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm really good. Is your Christmas shopping done?
I start next week.
Oh, that's
I'm
what
2
I like
days
to hear.
before.
So let's talk about former NBA player Chris Herron. He was at the Whitcomb Middle School talking to 8th and 9th graders, and then he also talked to some kids from Hildreth. Can you talk about that?
No, it was a great program. It took us about 6 months to get him here to the city. We started talking about booking him back at the beginning of the year, and he's got a great story of how he was at the top of his game in the NBA, playing for the Celtics, and actually 20 minutes before game time, out in an alleyway, waiting for his dealer so he could get a fix before he went into a game. So he takes his program on the road, and like he said at the program, and we're trying to see how much we can get on as far as local taping, because I think NECN or
it was ESPN that did that.
Okay, actually has the rights to it, so we're not sure what we can show, but he just had a great program. Hopefully we reached a couple of kids that were there. You could have heard a pin drop. He went on for probably over an hour, and you could have heard a pin drop the whole time. Everyone was paying attention, and it's just an awful disease that is prevalent throughout the country, and we really need to start paying attention to it and do the programs we can to make people aware.
Unfortunately, like you were saying, that you could hear a pin drop, because I think it's unfortunately so relatable these days, that kind of a problem. Yeah,
there's not too many people that don't know a friend or relative, someone that's had the battle. And we've had the unfortunate case where we've had some lose the battle. We had, I believe, we're up to 6 deaths this year. And working with the District Attorney Ryan, and Sheriff Katusian, they're both moving forward on different programs. The Governor Baker's moving forward to try to fund more beds, and the President's talking about it. So it's all the way up the food chain, and we need to address it here. We started a coalition, and just to really educate, people in general, the kids so they don't get on it, and the parents so they're aware of it.
Last time you and I met, we talked a little bit towards the end about people's interest in being on boards and commissions in the city. You're still looking for people.
Absolutely.
Are there particular boards right now that you're looking for? Is it just all of them?
Well, we'd take applications or take requests for all the boards, but really the Historic Commission, the Planning Board, the Zoning Board of Appeals, are 3 that come to mind right away. But obviously take requests, send my office an email, touch base with us, let us gather some information and talk to you and try to find a good fit for you that might work in the city. It's interesting that a lot of the new people that are moving to the city, some of them will touch base with us and want to get involved. So it's great to see new blood coming in, but any of the volunteers that are out there that would like to take a seat on one of our boards or commissions, give us a call or send us an email. We'd be glad to talk to you about it.
And Marlboro has always seemed to be a community that is about volunteerism and helping out. And if you want to be involved in your city, these boards and commissions are a great place to start.
They sure are, and you really do have an impact depending on what board it is. There's a lot of good decisions that come out of those committees.
Now, we are in the holiday season, but right when we're ready to hit January 2nd, you already have some plans developing about road construction and construction in general. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have a bond package going down to the council, hopefully not the inauguration meeting, but the first full meeting in January. Commissioner Gallone's told me he's getting close to being out of money, so we want to give him another allotment. We've done quite a few roads and sidewalks over the last 4 years. Want to keep that going. So he's done, I believe, over 10 miles of roadway and sidewalks since we started, and like I said, we're probably looking at somewhere around $10 million in construction costs, but I told him it's not to put money on a shelf, it's to make sure this money's out in the street in the next 12 to 18 months.
Yeah. Now, with the roads, I don't think Marlboro's any different from any other community. You're living in this part of the country. You're going to have a lot of potholes and issues because of the climate changes, the temperature changes. But do you know how Marlboro is comparing right now to surrounding communities? You mentioned the 10 miles of roadways.
No, I mean, we fell behind quite a bit in doing some reconstruction. It gets very expensive. We have debt service coming on because of the treatment plants this year, and Assabet Valley School is coming on. So our debt service this year is going up almost $4 million, which is about 3% of our budget. So we got to try to figure out how to blend in some additional bonds so it doesn't have a big impact on our residents. But we have to get these roads done. I mean, it just we can't let them fall any farther behind. So we have some good projects moving forward. The state has been great. The governor's come out with 2 or 3 programs where, you know, he's sent out his Chapter 90 money. He increased the Chapter 90 money as soon as he started, allocated out another $100 million in road construction. We were fortunate to pick up quite a bit in that. So that money's completed. We got Church Street done this year. We've got Farm Road done this year. Cimarano Drive is being cleaned up right now. So it's been a good year for road work, but we got to keep going.
Yeah. And also at the beginning of the new year, 2016, on January 4th, we have Inauguration Day.
We do.
That's at Whitcomb Middle School, 10 a.m. Can you talk a little bit about that, what that's like on your side of it?
It's kind of a fun day. It kind of kicks off the next legislative calendar, where the new councilors come in, and the old councilors that were reelected are sworn in. I'll be sworn in also that day, and we have the school committee that all won re-election, and we have a new representative for the Assabet Valley School Committee, and Peggy Ayers, she'll be sworn in that day, and it kind of kicks things off. And after the ceremony at the middle school, we'll be coming down to City Hall because the City Council does their organizational meeting that day, and we'll have some light refreshments out for the public that wants to come down. But it's kind of an exciting day in the city. It really is. It kind of, like I said, kicks off the next 2 years, and everyone from the city is welcome. It's one of those special days. There's only so much information we can get out, but we like to get it on the websites and everything else, that everyone is welcome.
What's it like for you this time around? It'll be your 3rd inauguration. Your first one, were you nervous at all? Because as council president, you had been through how many inaugurations? Many of them, but now you were mayor and you had to get up at that podium and speak.
Yeah, no, it's obviously a lot different to just sit there and try to figure out if you have enough votes to be president on the council when you're coming down here and not worrying about the speech portion. But you know, we've been working on it, and you know, I was never one to promise too much. I'd rather just kind of get things accomplished along the way. We've started a lot of things. We've finished quite a bit, but we still have more to finish. And working on the park projects and the field projects. Ward Park came out beautiful this year. We finally got the senior center completed. Now we're moving on to the Whitcomb School and doing the first synthetic turf field there in the spring, and we want to keep going with those park projects. We've put a lot of money into some of the neighborhood parks. The Stevens Park is we've put probably $500,000 into that for just infrastructure, new activities for the kids, and we're looking at the John Street Park, see if we can change some things down there and put a big boost into that one, and get down to Galone Park because it has a lot of use down there, but you know, we haven't put a lot of money into it over the last few years, so we need to make sure it doesn't fall in disrepair and get some money down there. But you know, I go back to Ward Park, and if anyone's been out on the weekends, we've had beautiful weekends through the fall here and into the winter. And last weekend, it was just a hub of activity with people on the skateboard park and the basketball court and the tennis court and people playing pickleball and people walking around the walking trails and just a lot of activity down there, and that's what it's all about.
And it almost seems like we're never going to see the water go into that skating rink.
Well,
I drive by there and I see the boards.
Yeah, I talked to the commissioner, and this year I think we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to put up 2 rinks. We're going to have one that we will allow hockey on. The other one we're not going to allow hockey on. That way it'll give some of the little kids and parents that get out there and try to teach their kids to skate. They don't have to worry about pucks flying through their legs and everything else. So that's another exciting thing for the city, but I can't do it unless the weather changes a little bit. So
right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, Mayor, Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays.
Yes.
Well, hopefully the city and everyone around it has a great New Year's and a great 2016. I'm looking forward to working with a couple of new councilors and moving the city forward.
And a new, as you mentioned before, a new Assabet Valley School Committee member since the world was flat, I think.
Don't tell Joe that.
No, I won't tell that to Joe. Well, thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, thank you.
You have been watching Corner Office from Mayor Arthur Vigeant. I'm Dan Ginden. We'll see you in the new year.